And good evening, Southeast Texas. We're going to take the next 15 minutes and take a deep dive into the forecast over the next 7 days. Otherwise, beautiful day across the area. Today was the coolest so far this fall. I believe we got in just to the lower 80s. And looking at some high clouds out there, those are cirrus clouds. They're way up in the sky beyond 18,000 feet. So they're mainly composed of ice crystals, cirrus clouds. One of my favorite. They make for, if they're thick enough, they make some very nice sunsets and optical effects. Otherwise, beautiful day. Temperatures cooling down, now 79 in downtown Beaumont. This view courtesy of Packard LaPrey and the Roofing 911 Skycam network. So here's the plan. A chilly morning is expected coming up on Thursday. Beautiful weather in the afternoon. So your kids are going to need jackets in the morning, and they'll lose those jackets in the afternoon, and you'll have to go get them back tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, wet weather still on course for Saturday, and then dry weather much of next week. So here's the plan. Tomorrow morning, jacket weather up in the lakes, upper 40s to lower 50s. Jacket weather here in the Triangle, mid to upper 50s and lower 60s are expected when you wake up Thursday morning. And again, tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day. We expect mostly sunny, maybe partly cloudy skies. I'm going to go 83 here in Beaumont with an east to southeast wind, fairly light at 2 to 7 miles an hour. Humidity levels will be low, but they will be creeping up, especially tomorrow night. So as you can see, mid to upper 50s to highs into the mid 80s. I think that's a little bit warm. And I'm laughing at this 20% coverage because that is not going to happen coming up tomorrow. I wanted to show you my forecast versus modeling. And up in the lakes area, we'll go 83 with generally an easterly wind, maybe east-northeast. No rain expected tomorrow with mostly sunny, possibly partly cloudy skies. I think it's going to be cooler than that, maybe the lower 50s in the lakes to the upper 40s. And 84, that's reasonable, 82, 83, 84. No rain expected up in the lakes area, and again, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies are expected. Okay, this weather impact alert is not severe. It means that your outdoor plans, your activities are going to be impacted because of the weather coming up on Saturday. We don't expect severe weather this time. What we do expect is that we will see periods of rain, could be heavy at times, Saturday and Saturday night. Not all day. It's not going to be raining constantly, but there'll be periods of rain, on again, off again. I think 1 to 2 inches is very doable coming up Saturday and Saturday night. 3 inches, maybe a little bit more than that, is certainly possible in isolated areas. So again, severe weather. Do you see that? No severe weather expected this time. I think it's going to be all towards our north. Why am I saying that? We have lots of shear over the area, but the lack of battery power or instability will be lacking. So those two are not lining up. So I'm not going to go with any severe at this point. That might change tomorrow, but right now I don't see it in the forecast. Rainfall, again, 1 to 2. Some isolated 3 or 3 over 3 inch totals are possible. I think the persistent or widespread 3 to 5 are going to be off towards our east and off towards our north. This is wonderful news for the burn bans because that rainfall coming up on Saturday may mitigate some of these burn bans across southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana. So we may not need to be showing this next week. Otherwise, tomorrow there is a moderate to occasionally high risk of wildfire danger across southeast Texas as we're back up to 6.28 inches below normal since the 1st of September. So again, what does that mean? It means that these wildfires, if a spark ignites them, could spread, especially up towards Buna, Livingston, and Huntsville, because the winds will start creeping up a little bit tomorrow. And again, the fuels, the ground is dry over most of the area, maybe not in Port Arthur or over towards Hampshire. But again, we saw very limited rainfall over the last 3-4 weeks easily across southeast Texas, still under a level 1 to level 2 drought. And again, a lot of the fuels, we're talking grasses and brush, are dry. We need more of the rainfall in the forecast, and hopefully the rains on Saturday will help mitigate this and drive the drought backwards and improve the area. So Looking at mostly clear skies out there now. You can see some of those high clouds coming in on the Pro Roofing Concepts satellite and radar loop. And with the sun setting, temperatures are going to quickly fall into the 60s. As you can see, we're already down into the low to mid 70s out there right now, but a beautiful afternoon and beautiful evening expected across the state. This front is stalled out into the Gulf. High pressure, which brought it into our area, is now working off to the east. So as it moves off to the east, guess what happens? That's going to help lift this front back to the north and northeast. So we may see some showers coming up late day on Friday as this front lifts back to the north. And already starting to see the next weather maker lift clouds out of the Pacific that's currently in California, and those clouds will be on the increase coming up, especially as we head towards Friday late day across the area. So ridge of high pressure over us now and tomorrow. This is the next weather maker, and it's currently over California. This will be moving across the desert southwest and also into the Red River Valley as we head towards Saturday. This will bring us a good chance of rain and thunderstorms across southeast Texas. We'll put this into motion. And again, a ridge of high pressure. It's weak over our area coming up as we head towards tomorrow. And here comes that what we call short wave. It's not a long wave trough that brings cold fronts. This particular one is strong enough to do so. And it will cause lift in the atmosphere. Lift, rising motions, clouds build upwards, and that induces rain a lot of times. So this will help bring us a good chance of rain and thunderstorms coming up probably before daybreak Saturday through the day, and also Saturday night before lifting on off towards the east. So tonight we're expecting mostly clear skies, some high clouds across the area. But again, a chilly morning on Thursday. I expect lows in the upper 40s to lower 50s lakes under mostly clear skies, and the mid to upper 50s to lower 60s in the triangle. So a chilly morning, and it goes all the way till about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. We'll start warming up, and we should see high temperatures coming up tomorrow into the lower 80s under mostly sunny skies. Any shower activity over the region will be confined off towards our west as that front begins lifting off towards the north. So tomorrow we're looking at slightly choppy seas around 2 feet in your coastal marine forecast, and an east wind at 10 to 15, maybe 20 knots out there. Water temperature 81, 10 days away or so from the big fall back as far as the time change coming up on the Sunday, the 2nd of November. High tides tomorrow at Sabine Pass at 3:11 a.m. and 6:13 p.m. Sunrise 7:22, sunset at 6:36 p.m. So for our forecast tonight, mostly clear and chilly. Upper 40s to lower 50s lakes, mid to upper 50s and lower 60s triangle with an east to northeast wind expected. And for tomorrow, looking at highs in the lower 80s. Looks like a good day, mostly sunny, maybe partly cloudy, but no rain expected, with an east wind north and an east-southeast wind here in the triangle. Taking a look at your weather impact 7-day forecast. Thursday looks nice. Chilly morning, pleasantly warm afternoon with low humidity. You'll see more in the way of humidity on Friday as the clouds begin to increase. Notice the lows warming, afternoon highs about the same as clouds start to come on in. That Friday evening, it looks like about a 30% coverage of showers for Friday night football. So that means over the last several weeks, I believe this is week 7, 8 maybe, this will be the worst forecast of this season as far as high school football. We've had a string of wonderful Friday evenings. It's been warm at times and humid, but mainly dry this season. Otherwise, that probably won't be an issue for Friday night football. So before daybreak Saturday, through the day Saturday, and Saturday night looks wet. Periods of rain, as I showed you, could be heavy at times. And again, this red is not telling us it's severe. What this means is that I believe there's a marathon going on Saturday morning. That could be impacted. Your golf game in the morning could be impacted. If you're headed out on Rayburn early Saturday morning before dawn, you may see some rain before heading out. So you may want to change your plans coming up on Saturday. That's all we're telling you is that, again, your kids' soccer game at Dishman on Saturday, they may need to change and reschedule because it looks wet on Saturday. That's what we're saying. An 80, 90% coverage of rain and thunderstorms is expected on Saturday. So to reiterate, it's going to be mainly Saturday and Saturday night across southeast Texas. I don't expect a continuous rain all day. It'll be on again, off again as bands of showers and thunderstorms move through the area. But I think the heaviest activity will be occurring coming up late Saturday into Saturday night across southeast Texas. 1 to 2, I think that's a given. 3+ inches, that is certainly possible. Right now, I think the heaviest rain will be north and east of our area, but 3, maybe more inches are possible. Otherwise, stay weather aware. Again, we're fine. This is good news for the drought. This is going to help our area. We are in a 6-inch deficit, plus inch deficit since the beginning of September. So this is, I won't say this will end the drought, but it will certainly make amends for the last month or so. So this is some good news. We need this. That's what we're saying on Saturday. No more, no less. For Sunday, that front comes through. We clear out. We're not expecting any rain on Sunday. Lower humidity, lots of sun coming up on Sunday. Monday and Tuesday look fantastic. Cool mornings, arguably chilly up in the lakes, lots of sun, and low humidity. Then Wednesday, a fairly decent cold front's going to come in. Really, I think it's going to be our first real cold front of the season coming up on Wednesday across the area. Notice no weather is associated with it, so we expect it to possibly bring us down into the 40s, even here in the Triangle for Halloween that morning. Maybe not that evening for trick-or-treaters, but it will certainly be cool. So many times we've seen very warm, humid Halloweens, but not going to be that way this year. So if you're just joining us, we want to again reiterate that we're going to see some very beneficial rains across southeast Texas as we head on into Saturday. Looking wet, so have a plan B. That's all we're saying this weather impact alert means. A chilly morning expected Thursday, and I'm going to skip through this. A beautiful afternoon tomorrow afternoon. Again, this weather impact, all it means is that you probably need to have a plan B ready, because your outdoor plans, the marathon could be affected. Your golf game, if you're headed out on plans on Saturday to go golfing or fishing at Rayburn, or maybe up towards Dishman with the kids' soccer game, those kind of things are going to be impacted. You're going to have rain coming up on Saturday, we believe. And again, I think 1 to 2 is very doable. 3 inches, certainly possible, maybe a little bit more. But again, Saturday night is when we think the heaviest rain will be here. Again, no severe weather expected at this time. And we'll take another look at that tomorrow. But again, we have plentiful wind shear, but you need more than that. And a lot of times we miss severe weather here in southeast Texas because we don't have enough instability, or what we call convective available potential energy. It's called CAPE, and it measures how unstable the atmosphere is. We'll be unstable, but not that unstable. So it looks like, if anything, maybe a stretch to go a marginal or level 1 risk of severe, but it does not look like it very likely coming up at this point. So I'm going to go with no severe at this point. So as I've been showing, it's the latest European model. It's usually the wettest model because it's further south on the trough that's coming on in. So 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches, a little bit more than there across southeast Texas. You don't see 3, 4, 5 inches. Well, you don't see 4 or 5 inches. How about that? You see them over in southwest Louisiana. Otherwise, this is good news for the burn ban. And let's see, as I'm running out of time, let me get you to what is occurring. We are watching our next weather maker that is going to be coming out of California. This is what is going to bring us the rain as we head on into Saturday. So let me get quickly to the forecast.